Okay, so you have a camera and you want a cool monitor on the top, right? You want a cool monitor. Now, one of those monitors that you buy off of Amazon or your favorite camera shop, whatever, they can be pretty pricey. But you probably have one of the best camera screens, monitors that you could actually possibly use right in your pocket. And it's this, right? The screens on these are so good nowadays, but one of the issues up till now is that there was no real way to get a video signal to go into it. But it looks like that may be remedied. And we got asked by Accsoon if we would like to take a look at their SeeMo, which allows you to use your iPhone, right? iPhone or an iPad as a monitor for your camera. So we're going to take a look right now at this. We're going to hook it into our camera. We brought this one down just so you guys could see it actually mounted on it. But you guys may not notice, but I have a camera up in the corner here, and it is actually connected via a wireless video transmitter, which transmits to a monitor over here. Sometimes you'll see me looking over here, and it's just because I'm checking composition or framing. So what I am hoping I can do is I can actually have the wireless transmitter come into this, so I could actually use it right here and see what that's seeing up there. So basically it's an HDMI cable with a wireless transmitter sitting in the middle for my setup. Could be awesome. Okay, so first off, this is it. Now, price-wise, it comes in about 179 bucks, I think it is, US. HDMI to USB monitoring adapter for iPhone, iPads. Color-wise, it looks like it's coming in at this white color, which I'm not 100% sure why they went with white. Now, I do have a ZV-E10 that is white. That's just my top camera, so it would look probably really cool on that. But there you go, some stuff on the back, right? Now, I believe it needs like the Sony NP batteries, so I actually have one right here. This is a NP F750. I have what is this one? A 550, and I have two 970s that are controlling the wireless transmitter. So it does say I'm going to have to download an app, which is to be expected. The phone can't do it on its own. I don't know what comes in the box. I'm hoping I have all the appropriate HDMI cables. And anything I have to do here, I think it's just gonna come on out. Gravity, let gravity do its thing. Now, again, what I really like about this is I'm out all the time with my camera, my R6, or like my ZV-1, or my ZV-E10, or my EOS R. But I never am bringing like a monitor with me. I just find it's too big, too bulky, whatever. But I always have my phone with me. And if I'm ever in a scenario where I was like, oh, I'd like to be able to use these together, because one of the cool things is with this connected to your smartphone, which is connected to your camera, you can now do like a live YouTube. You could do actual video capture to the phone itself so that you could post it. You could do all kinds of stuff. It's just, it changes the game as far as I'm concerned, as long as it actually works well. So number one, you get the manual, which is really small, but so be it. I'm sure I can figure it out. You guys can kind of see it here. Contents: get to know SeeMo, introduction, instructions, specifications, and warranty. A whopping like 11 pages. That's not horrible. 11 pages, and this is it. So what do we get here? We get some cables. We get a USB-C to USB-C, right angle to straight. We get another, this is going to be lightning to USB-C. So again, if you're using like a one of the new iPads, like I have an iPad Air 4, which is USB-C, of course you're going to use this one. If you're plugging it into an iPhone, you're gonna use this one. So Comes with both cables, which is great. It does also come with a tiny little Allen key, which is awesome. This is going to be a little quarter 20, that's going to mount on your cold shoe so that you can have some the ability to pivot the monitor or the iPhone. And it looks like last but not least, we have the lovely white. It's kind of like a dirty white, right? It's like a light gray-y white. And make sure I got the right kind of batteries here. Pretty sure I do. We'll go with a 770. This just boom, right in there. So it doesn't come with one. So if you have them, you're good to go. If not, you got to go up and pick yourself some up. The other thing that I think this does, you're going to see it has the 1/4 inch, which is where this is going to tie into. But if you didn't need this and you wanted to put this on a tripod or whatever, you could as well. I also think this, I think you push this or something. Yeah, this can come off. And what happens is, I believe the company has like an iPad, a cage and things like that you could actually mount this to. So it's nice that it separates. For our purposes, of course, we're not going to do that. But if you did have the actual cage by these guys, Accsoon, you could get rid of this piece and I think just take this piece and plug it onto their cage. So cool, very good. And it just comes off based on that button, right? It locks in really good. Click and just a snap. So easy. Kind of plasticky. It's a little plasticky. I guess it's going to do what it needs to do. Again, there's going to be your 5-volt out. So as far as I know, you can also possibly power some other stuff. So for instance, if you have a camera maybe that has the ability to take an external power supply and you put a big enough battery on here, let's say you put a 970 on there, you may be able to power this and your actual camera. So that would be cool. And then this one over here is the video out. There's your on off button. And that's going to be your HDMI in. So that's going to be what's coming in from the camera. Now, setup wise, if you were just looking at this, right, to be like, how does this actually function? Well, it's pretty easy. This you're going to spin around so you loosen up your cold shoe or your hot shoe or whatever shoe it is. This is just going to go on here. So it does have these little holes, and you can see there's a little notch. Where am I? Right there. So that just matches in there, and then you just kind of screw that in. The nice thing about this is once it's tightened, it can't spin, or it's not going to spin because that hole is in the notch. And then if you had a camera, all you would do is you would take this, snug it in like so, and then you could take this little spinning adapter, and all you do is you just spin it around so that it snugs onto the shoe. I like that. That is nice and smart. You can get it nice and tight. And then once this is here, you can actually spin this. So the Allen key, this Allen key here, is really just designed so you can kind of tighten this. So if it's not as tight as you want, you can kind of help adjust that so you can get it tighter. And then your phone, as far as I know, this comes up, and then it does, as far as I know, just kind of auto clamp. So once you push on it, it'll push on this little button here, and as soon as you pushes, yeah, it kind of snugs on there, and it's good, right? So it goes in good. And then, oh, look, you guys see that? Come on, you tell me that's not the sweetness, you know? And then you would go from, for me, rocking an iPhone and me making all this noise and racket, I would go from, we're setting it up now because I'm pretty excited. Setting this up. We're going from here, would be my guess. Nope. Lightning, don't plug the wrong one in there. Lightning to USB-C. Voila. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, oh, it actually came up. You guys see this? It came up and said, hey, the app is not, where am I? The app is not installed. It actually knew what app it needed. App not installed. Go to the App Store. Oh, look at that. It automatically, once I plugged it in, knew that this accessory needed this and took me to the App Store to download it. What? Smart. Okay, we're going to let that download. I am going to connect this piece here, which is the wireless transmitter right here from my camera. And I'm going to put that right there and have this output come here. And then we're going to play with this. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I got everything on the screen here. And we are just going to say monitor, I guess. Oh, look at that. I'm seeing that camera up there. Hold on. Oh, look at that. It's going. Now, there is a tiny bit of delay, but not horrible. Not at all. And you guys can see up here, when it is recording internally, if you want to record internally, you're looking at its 1080p 60 W64, or sorry, H.264. Has your time, has up there 48K 16-bit AAC. You can go in here and show like video bitrate. I'm going to crank it all the way up, of course. Can I change these? It doesn't look like it. These ones up here, it kind of is what it is. Maximum you can go to for bitrate, 30. That's fine. Going through down here, we're going to start off. You can see, I don't know what all these are because I haven't played with them yet. You can go in here. I wish it would kind of just tell me. Maybe it'll say if I bring up the manual. There's your histogram though. So I think maybe if you click on one of these, let's see, click on this one, for instance, settings. It just kind of shows what you can do. So there is some settings here, RGB, histogram, waveform. So RGB, histogram, you can do a Luma, what is that, SEG or OVR. You can do a size, big, medium, or small. I'm in small right now. You can position it. So again, you could say I want big, and I could say that I want it right bottom, you know, and then when I exit out of there and then turn that feature on, it's right bottom. Where am I? It's right bottom. So that's kind of cool if you wanted to do that. I'm going to go back here and change that back to small, left top. Cool. This one here, of course, I'm not 100% sure what this one is, but you can turn these on and off. I think this is your, maybe your waveform. This is going to be your focus, so you can actually see where it's peaking. That one I actually really like, because sometimes if I'm shooting up here in the corner, it's hard for me to actually know if something's actually in focus. So that's actually really nice. This one here, for your looks. Oh, you can select LUTs. So you can actually put LUTs on here, which is cool. You can turn your zebra on, so it's at 69%. I can turn that up and put that higher. So I can be like, let's put it about, I'm going to put it close to about 90. Audio, volume, so you can hear that. That's for like monitoring. Now the other thing I think you can do here, you can use like AirPods to monitor if you wanted to. And just be aware, again, there is a bit of a delay. You got markers, so much stuff on here. Oh my goodness, right? Distortion, so you can go in there and show all your like, I think it's, yeah, de-squeezing for those of you that are using like an anamorphic lens. You got different grids that you can put up there, displays. So if you wanted to do color ranges, sharpening, oh, wow, so much stuff here. Click to select a picture for to put over top of it, because you can put an overlay on this. Anything else? No, so there you go, overlay, right? And then color range, limited range, full range, brightness, sharpness, if you want to increase the sharpness on here, which I don't. Oh my goodness, so much stuff. Here, of course, I think this one is going to be, I want to say this one was, I think this one is peaking possibly. False colors right there. Turn that back off. There's going to be your audio meters, so I'm going to keep that one, keep those ones on. Look at this, it just keeps going and going. Turn that one off. This one here shows you, oh, this is the different aspect ratios. So you can kind of go through here and you'll see it go through different aspect ratios all the way back out. Same thing here. This is going to be like your D-squeeze. Show your different ones there that you can kind of go through depending on what you want. Back to normal. This is your grids. A lot of those things that were in the settings, flip, you have the ability to flip, which is crazy. There's that display overlay. And the ability to, would like to add to your photos. So if you want to take a screenshot while it's playing, that's so amazing. Now, what's cool about this, even in a scenario like this, you know, as someone that's watching, I could actually have like this remote for me, this video transmitter. I could, you know, be sitting anywhere and watching all this kind of stuff from wherever, right? Have this put onto my phone or an iPad. It'd be awesome on an iPad. On a camera though, you know, really, you know, you got something like this and you just kind of have that sitting up there. Again, you know, it would kind of sit like this on there. Tell me that's not the awesomeness right there, you know? And as far as I can tell, if you were to hit the record, it records, and again, it kind of just has the information. You guys hopefully can see it there, right? Where am I? It has the information up at the top so you can see that it's recording. We'll record just a few minutes here, not minutes, a few seconds. So we'll kind of get up to like 20 seconds so that we can put a comparison of what that's recording in 4K and what this is actually recording in 1080. It's going up on YouTube, so, you know, I don't think YouTube's going to have much of an issue. So we'll just stop that. Stop. That should be done. And the other thing too, maybe you guys can see it here, is there's this little live button. So if you want, you can actually say, right, I want to go onto YouTube or Facebook or whatever. And if you were doing YouTube, you just have to put in your stream code. Off you go. So you could be streaming from your mirrorless or whatever camera through your phone. This may be one of the coolest little products I've seen in a long time. This is awesome because one of the things I find, and I've had this experience, you know, you go traveling or whatever, and a lot of places are like, oh, you can't bring professional gear. But, you know, if I could bring even like my ZV-E10 with this monitor, no one's going to look at that and say professional gear, but I got a ton of professional features because I'm using this software, which is awesome. I would love to see them do a few little things firmware wise, you know, just to maybe get this up to 4K, maybe up the bit rate. I know that they're probably thinking that they don't want to chew up all the space on your phone, but even if they can get the bit rate up to like what Filmic Pro kind of does, right? Or if Filmic Pro decided to support this down the road. Oh, okay, this is sweet. If you're looking at a monitor and you have an iPhone or you have an iPad, spend 180 US on this. This is it. This is the thing. This is what you want. And this is the SeeMo by Accsoon. Win. Total win. You got to get it. It's awesome. All right, guys, I'll put links down below to where you can pick one up. If you're interested, look how easy it was to configure. Really, just plug it all in, turn it on. You're golden. So nice. All right, links down below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Later, my friends. Oh, that's hot. That's so awesome. So awesome.